Get ready to light up and level up with High Level Chronicles, a captivating podcast that brings together gaming, cannabis, and engaging conversations.
What is up, levelers? Welcome back to High Level Chronicles, where the weed is strong, the takes are sometimes stupid. Somehow we still call this podcast and get through it. I'm Chris, your high commander of chaos, back in the chair tonight and probably higher than my credit card balance after that European trip.
Hey-o.
With me, as always, my man, the guy who hasn't blinked since his last boss fight, Paul.
Well, yeah, the some stuff I've been getting into is with the new Elden Ring is I say new, it's 2 years old, but the Shadow of the Erdtree, man.
Yeah, I know you've been into all that. I'll say, man, tonight we've got what I think I'm going to call a mystery bowl packed with something. It could be fire, could be floor weed, it could be mids. Who knows? Again, we don't really have a plan. I might even spin the wheel of levels. I don't know. Thinking about it. Or I might just stare at it until it judges me. Either way, man, it's time to kick things off with the segment that gets higher ratings than my THC levels, Leveled Up. This is where you, the community of levelers, share your wildest, funniest, highest moments with the ganja and your preferred entertainment, whatever that may be, whether you've crushed a boss after a fat dab or maybe you watched a legendary flick while baked. This is your spotlight. Let's see who's truly leveled up this week. So let's light it up, get dumb, level up. Paul, what you got over there for us from the levelers tonight, man?
So we can start things off today with Budtender Brad. Said he took a few hits from some lemon skunk and rewatched Rick and Morty. Hopefully the whole season. I've been getting into some Rick and Morty again myself.
Out.
What a banner year for just quality TV. He thought he understood quantum physics for 6 minutes. Then I realized I was just staring at a lava lamp.
Been there.
Also have Couch Locked Carl at Couch Locked Carl says leveled up with a fat blunt of Superman Punch and decided to just try Elden Ring for 10 minutes. Next thing I knew, it was 3 a.m. I hadn't blinked in hours and I'd somehow joined a cult in game. Might also be one IRL now. TBD. All right. I've like definitely been there. I'm going to try it for a few minutes. Just see this game. And then you get sucked in, man.
Yep.
And then it's your boy Snacks said leveled up on some edibles and decided to make a beat. 4 hours later, I had a 2-second loop and 37 tracks named IDK1 through IDK37. Pretty sure it still slaps though. Hey man, that's somehow some of the best music's been made. You know, it's just coming together, trying something, and waking up the next day. It's like, I got a hit.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I can relate to almost all those tonight, bro. Levelers, keep those stories coming. Tag us into your social media at HLC Podcast 420 or slide into our DMs. We don't care. We don't mind. Just picture free, preferably. But I guess we'll kick things off this week between us. So I've been leveling up on some Mac, which is Miracle Alien Cookies for those that don't know. And we've been watching the final season of The Handmaid's Tale. I know we're a little bit behind because we waited for all of it to come out, but hence the High Commander reference earlier, if anybody caught that for those that watch. And I'd throw a little bit in there for it. Watching
my wife has that on like on and off. It looks interesting. I might try just do a whole binge watch for myself.
We're watching the series finale tonight. So I'm excited. And it's going to, the sequel follow-up to this is The Testaments. So that'll be another coming later on, which is a follow-up. It's the book. So, but dude, I didn't think I'd like Handmaid's Tale. Like when my wife asked me to watch it, I was like, doesn't sound like anything I really would normally care about or get into. And, dude, I think from the first couple episodes, I was hooked. I'll be honest though, man, I want to say this season's been the worst for the series finale. And I say that, and I get the reasoning behind it. The whole season's just been slow up until the last few episodes. You know what I mean? Like the last 3 episodes of the season I don't know about the one tonight, but the last 2 were really intense, right? But the first, it was just like, it was building backgrounds, I guess, and building the characters' backgrounds to end whatever story might be coming. I don't know. It just was really slow and a lot of close-ups. Like a lot of close-up face shots. You know what I'm saying? Like right in your face. Like, I don't know. But yeah, dude,
that's how
it's a good show.
It's a good show. I was watching the last season of Andor, or I think it's the last season, second season. And the whole first like 6-7 episodes, I'm like, what's going on? What are we leading to? And then like the last 4 or 5, I'm like, all right, that's what I was waiting for. That was the lead up. It was worth it. So I hope it's the same for Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I'm sure. I mean, last night was wild. So I can't wait to see how it all ends tonight. Last night was insane. Yeah, it was full on just, yeah, it was good. But also, I started playing a new game. I had heard the hype about it over the last few weeks and whatever, month really. And I decided, you know what? I need something new to try out. And I bought Expedition 33, or should I say Claire O'Clure's Expedition 33. And let me tell you something, man, I can't get enough of it. I wasn't sure at first. I was ready to okay, I'll buy it. And if I don't like it, it's Steam, I'll refund it. You know what I'm saying? Get a refund. And I wasn't sure because I've never been into, or I can't even recall the last turn-based battle game that I played. And so I was like, I don't know that I'm really going to get into this. Because, it's not Elden Ring. You're not just going in bashing buttons, right?
Sure, yeah.
But holy cow, that story, man, it's immersive. The graphics are amazing. The soundtrack, fucking top tier. The soundtrack is really good. Like just every scene, every cutscene, every battle, amazing. I'll give a little background
That kind of scares me though, because Baldur's Gate 3 just came out a few years ago, and that's turn-based and just perfection. And I'm just hearing Expedition 33 blows it out of the water.
So again, I never even knew this game was coming out. It was never on my radar, right?
Right.
Again,
yeah.
Random, hey, I have some extra money in Steam, my Steam account right now. I'll buy it, try it out. So let me give a background for people that don't know that, maybe were like me at first, didn't know what Expedition 33 was. I can't say a lot because the way the story works is there's so many plot twists. And like when you think you can do it. So it's like, but anyway, so Expedition 33 is this, it's an intense survival adventure game where you're dropped into this unknown environment. You're on a continent that they've always read about in books with a mix of exploration, crafting, just straight up trying not to die. Sort of like Elden Ring, right? But the vibe is heavy on figuring out like your surroundings, managing very limited resources, uncovering the bigger story of the game bit by bit. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's not just about blowing stuff up or running and gunning, man. It really makes you think and plan, and the atmosphere just pulls you in. I mean, it's definitely some surprises along the way. So like I said, I don't want to spoil anything. Just know it's one of those games that keep you on your toes, and every turn you take is a new twist. And there's rewards around every corner. Like if you can explore, it's not nearly as large as Elden Ring. It's all guided, all the paths. So, but if you take your time to look, man, you will find more stuff. So I'll leave with it. If you're into exploring weird, beautiful places and weird creatures and tackling challenges where every choice literally counts, you'll dig it. Big twists. Like I said, all throughout. So Paul, like I said,
reviews seem amazing.
It's not your usual Elden Ring button masher. It's like a mind-bending survival trip that'll smack you upside the head, make you actually think. When you actually decide to get it and you're done playing rookie, hit me up. I'll school you on how to get wrecked. That's all I still don't know what I'm doing besides realizing I say, just like our good friend earlier, who was that? That would have been, what was his name? Budtender Brad, maybe? No, it wasn't Budtender Brad. I think it was Couchlock. It was Couchlock Carl, right?
Carl tried Elden Ring for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Next thing it is
so
3 a.m.
fucking dude, just like the other night, I said, you know what? I like playing Headliners. So the Headliners, is a game I like playing just to chill out for the evening, wind down, And so I said, you know what? I remember where I stopped on Expedition 33. Let me just go in real quick, do this one thing, and I'll be done.
No, that's not how it works.
Bro, 4 hours later, I'm like, I got to get off here and go to bed. Like, I'm fucking, dude, the game is, I'm telling you, dude, it's amazing. I never was on my radar. I just can't say anything bad about it right now because, like I said, I can't say the last turn-based game I played. So I didn't know what to really expect. So,
yeah, I mean, Final Fantasy back in the day, I played a couple years back. I just played like the first 1 and 2, and I was like, which is like all turn-based, but just, the 8-bit graphics and super tough. Like there's no like tutorials or helpful things. So just those old games are punishing, but yeah, they, they're here and there. And I guess maybe they're making a comeback now with,
dude, it's fun
that Baldur's Gate had.
And like I said, you have to, you unlock more characters along the way that are part of your team, but you can only fight some of the bosses or whatever with like 3 people at a time. You can send in a reserve team, but you got to really watch what skills you have stacked, what they call pictos in the game, which are they're essentially your skills. but what you have stacked and what your other team members have, because you got to work together to really do some damage. Dude, I swear I spent like an hour on one guy realizing like I'm taking like 10 health and he has like 15,000. I'm taking 10 healthy shit. And that's like, I'm not doing anything until I finally realized, oh, I don't have any Luminias attached, which are bonus power-ups. I didn't have any of that because I was just going through and just swinging shit like I was thinking like I'm in Elden Ring, right? But nah, dude, it's so, like, it's good. The story's, I don't know how it ends yet. I am literally, I think I'm about 10 hours in now. And dude, it's an amazing story so far.
Nah, I'm going to have to look into that.
Yeah, I highly recommend. What about you, bro? You know what I want to say before you start? I got to say something.
Yeah.
I am disappointed in something.
In me?
Oh, I'm disappointed in something about gaming.
Tell me about it.
Elden Ring, right? The new Elden Ring, man. Night Rain. Pointed. Oh, it's taking a flop. It's not doing good. And it's just essentially what it is. I had such high hope. I was really excited about it, but now it's the same bosses. You just have 3 people. You just have your squad now fight. It's all the same bosses from the original and the DLC. There's nothing new to it, they say. It's just team-based now. So, yeah, I don't know. It's got very mixed reviews.
Yes, I've seen the reviews are mixed.
Compared to Elden Ring.
Which were not mixed.
No.
Yeah.
Overwhelmingly positive is
right.
Elden Ring.
Yeah, and they're starting to make patches so that even if you don't have someone to play with, they'll like boost you up.
That's the other thing. If you don't have it, you can't fucking play. You can't play. Yeah. Man, that's it. Yeah. I just had to get it off while I was thinking about the games. And I know you've been deep in the Elden Ring field lately. You know, we got to get back to Split Fiction. I got to get back into that. That's an immersive game. I love that game. But you got to have 2 people.
True.
You can't play it without somebody else.
Yeah.
Anyway, man, what about you, bro? What you been leveling up on?
So like I said, I recently purchased Shadow of the Erdtree for Elden Ring, which now I understand what this poster is in the back. That's actually a reference to Shadow of the Erdtree, not the vanilla game. But it's, fucking tough. Level like 150, 60 or something. Took down the first boss, which I feel like they kind of give to you because you can do you can like summon someone and then have your own summon and then get there. But I'm hidden with my huge nuke attacks. I'm just seeing the health bar go and I'm just like this guy just had a ridiculous amount of health, and only because I have these high level summons that I can, was able. I got him down in one try, but still I was like, it was touch and go there for a little bit. So definitely the battles are going to be a lot tougher and longer. And we'll see how that goes. But looking for something.
I've heard the DLC bosses were a nightmare, and they patched them down because they were so hard at first. So
yeah,
and they're still the first one. Yeah, I guess really they didn't really patch much because they're still pretty intense.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it was one try. The boss didn't kill me, but it took like 5 to 10 minutes or something, just because he just had a shit ton of health. So I don't know. I'm kind of going in and out of that world still, but looking for something to change it up. So maybe I'll check out Expedition 33 as well. And like you said, we gotta finish Split Fiction, which still excited about. Also, Ben started a new show on Apple. It's called Your Friends and Neighbors. Currently #1. And I know Apple makes a lot of banger shows, so for it to be #1, it had to be good. So I checked it out, the first episode, which had like 10 plot lines around the main character that played by John Hamm. I was like, and I was a little leveled up when I was watching it, and I was just like, am I watching a movie? Is this like, because it just kept going and going, but it was good. It's about a guy who, his wife starts cheating on him after 20 years. Gets laid off. It's really like none of it at least appears to be his fault. Like it just seems to be, a lot of unlucky things happening. And so he starts robbing his rich neighbors and turns to this life of crime. So while still trying to like co-parent his kids and keep up appearances and things like that. So it's pretty wild. So I watched the first episode and I was like, yeah, I'm definitely going to be watching this as it comes out.
Did you finish the one you were watching, you said last week? Or the last episode, you said it was Death and Robots. Was it Death and Robots? Is that what you started watching?
Death, Love, and Robots?
Yeah.
Love, Death, and Robots.
Did you finish it?
I finished the first season. Yeah. I'm on to the second one now. But that's a fun thing you could just kind of pop in and out of because it's all non sequitur. So I'm still watching that too. And leveling up on some it's like Pineapple Plus or something. It's
Sativa?
I think so. Yeah.
You like Sativa, don't you? I guess I've realized you do enjoy some sativa. Some sativa strains.
Yeah, sativa hybrid, and then, every once in a while, some indica.
Yeah, I've really got into the mostly hybrid lately, and then or indica leaning hybrid or indica. Yeah, I haven't yet been to a dispo though in forever. I don't even know what everything, because I get all my shit online, man. So much cheaper.
Oh my God, dude. Did you hear this story? It's kind of fucked up. There was a fake 24/7 dispensary that had a Google site and everything. And they said, hey, just, take your money, show up at this place 24/7, doesn't really matter. So, and they put their address as just like some dude's house in Laurel. And so this guy who's like in a wheelchair was getting people at his house day, night, like anytime, and because it says 24/7, just come pick up your bud. And he had to put a sign out. It's like, this is not a dispensary. And people are like looking through his windows, like, hey, I paid $80 for.
Bro, I'm sure some people be getting pissed, especially down that way.
He had to put a sign out. Yeah. And then eventually 2 months later, because I guess this started in April, Google took the site down. So, or at least the Google review or whatever. So, but I was like, oh man, that's some fucked up shit, I think. Yeah, and all the people got scammed out, and then he got harassed, and it just was a bogus dispensary. So,
sure, he had some property damage too.
He had one of those ring cams, so he had like all this footage of people doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
did I tell you? Did I say anything last? I can't remember. Did I tell you I sold my boat?
Yeah, you told me that.
I couldn't remember if we talked about it. Yeah, I sold that shit. See, I'm too
I don't know if that was on air or not, but
either way, I sold my boat. Used that money. I bought a new drum kit. I made the drums now. Now I'm trying to get the garage and room cleaned out to be able to figure out where I want to put it. I'm excited though, man. Well, you know what? I got to say though, this episode actually releases June 18th. So that's what you all are listening. If you listen to the day of release, June 18th. However, today is actually that we're shooting this is June 5th. And today is Nintendo Switch 2 release day.
Hey-o. I'm excited.
Get yours?
I know you have yours. I don't have mine yet.
Oh, I got mine. I didn't even know. Look, so I got up. I knew it was kind of like I completely forgot the actual date. I'm horrible with dates. Like you don't tell me a date. I fucking suck with dates. Like I do. I can't remember dates for shit. But because I didn't even think about it, I was like, I got the notification that yesterday, I think it was, your order's preparing to ship. Right? I knew it was the Nintendo Switch. I knew it released today, but I thought it was going to ship today and get it next few days, whatever. So I got up this morning, like I've been doing, sticking to my schedule. Was out of the house by 7, got to the gym at like 7:20, 7:25. Got a notification that it was delivered at 7:12 to my door. So Walmart pre-order. And then he included in it. So I bought the Switch. I bought 2 of the Pro controllers for it. And inside of that was one of the reusable bags inside their shipping bag that had a Coca-Cola with my name on it.
What?
And a Pringles, and a Pringles, a big can of Pringles.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Come to find out, they did that for every single pre-order. I was on my 40s and up gamers page earlier, and I saw everybody posting, my pre-order came with damn Coca-Cola and Pringles. Is anybody else? I'm like, dude, I got the same thing, Coca-Cola and Pringles. So Walmart was giving a little, I guess, a snack to, snack on while you play your games. So it was cool.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. So it was pretty cool. Yeah, I got my hands on it, and I have another one coming. It'll be here Saturday. So if you need one, I got an extra. I ain't going to price gouge nobody. If somebody wants it, I know. But it was, I think I talked about this a while back when the pre-orders came up again, but I was on all the sites trying to like hit the button, pre-order. Well, little did I know it went through on Walmart and at Target. And so I got both of them. And I could have canceled it. I could have easily canceled it, but
good too.
Have you seen the long lines at the videos today and the limited availability?
Yeah, you as your wife and I and you were all like talking about that. She was saying that there's nostalgia of waiting in line because I've been a part of a number of like midnight releases and pre-orders and stuff, but not like recently though.
Oh, the last one it was PlayStation 3 for me.
Okay, so that was some time ago.
12, 13, something, whatever it was. I don't even know when that came out. Either way, that's how she knows because we went to Walmart and I waited fucking right there because they didn't have a lot of the pre. You didn't have that shit online. Just 10 years ago ain't what it is right now.
Yeah,
it's crazy how things change. But yeah, I ended up with 2, so I do have one, and they're both the Mario Kart bundle, so it has Mario Kart with it.
Right. Yeah, that's the one game that you can come with it. I think the last one in high school, I went to a Super Smash Brothers Ultimate, whatever the one for Wii was. And it was like me, my dad, my friend, like 50 other people at the game stop in like the mall. Like they opened up a specific entrance at the mall at like 11 o'clock or something, and they had like police and like escort you down to the GameStop, and then at midnight they threw open the gates and everyone got their pre-order, which I thought was cool. I was like, that's like a fun experience. Everyone there has like the same mindset, so I don't know. That was kind of cool. But yeah, they don't have this a lot anymore because you can just download shit. Yeah,
I do find it crazy though with the pricing of the Nintendo and the games now, because I feel it's setting a precedence for what's to come.
For sure, they're like $80, right?
Oh my god, $80 for a hard copy.
It's tough. I look at some games like right now for $60. I'm like,
dude, that is even me.
I really want this.
I'll pay $60 for like the deluxe version of a game.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. Like, yeah, $80 for a physical copy of a game, and I think it's $70 for online if you buy it digitally now. It just keeps going up, bro. I remember
that's just how things are.
It is. But
what are PS5 games?
They're the same price. Every PS5, everything's $59.99 usually. That's usually the price of all AAA new releases. $59.99, sometimes $49.99. So,
Doom of Dark Ages is just $69.
But you're talking about a $20 jump from that. So that tells me that the rumors
Shadows $70.
But that tells me a couple of them. Think about this. Rumors a while back when we did our episode early, the first of the year, about what we're excited to see this year, what coming out. We talked about GTA 6. Now we know it's been pushed. We talked about that recently. But the rumors back then were that GTA for the base game was going to be $99.99. That's telling me that is 100% probably fact now, that they were going to do that. And it was going to release this year in November. Now it's May of next year. I have no doubt that game's going to be $100. No doubt in my mind now that the GTA 6 isn't going to cost us fucking $100. But here's the thing I can say about that. And you have to think of it like this. I've talked to a lot of people about it. GTA stays on top of their shit and they make a game last 10 fucking years. So you take it in, that game costs next to nothing. If you're one of those people that really like the GTA series and play it, nonstop, they constantly keep everything fresh and up to date. But are they going to stick to that? Are they going to stick to this whole 10 plus fucking years for the next GTA? Or is this going to be it? I don't think it's going to be it. I think it's going to have a whole new story. I don't know, but I just don't like the pricing of it, man. I just don't like, especially, I don't even like talking politics on the show, but with the tariff pricing and everything else, there's no doubt that these games are going to be $100 now. So I'll just say that. That's all.
That will be a testament when the game's $100, and there'll be like news stories about it. It's like, can you believe this new game's coming out? Like, and I feel like that's just going to drive up interest, though. At least for the first $100 video game.
But that's setting a precedence for every other game to follow, seeing that. And yet, but here's the thing. You pay $100 for GTA 6. They keep that game up to date, and you don't have to buy a new one. All the expansions, right? Aren't they mostly, I think all of them are included for the most part. If not, they're not next to nothing to get. So for 10 years, let's just say, right? That's what they've been. I mean, that's been the average, right? Of the last GTA, every GTA is about 10 years. 10-year lifespan. So you spend $100, or you go and spend $80 fucking dollars on Call of Duty, and then spend your $30, $40 on your battle pass and all this shit, and you have to buy that every single fucking year. Is the price really that bad? That's the thing. I wouldn't mind GTA 6 doing it. I don't mind the pricing if they did that, if that even happens. I'm just, again, hypothetical. But any other game shouldn't be that. GTA 6, I could understand paying that for something of that nature, but maybe that'll change gaming developers' thoughts on their releases,
Well, I feel like we're exiting sort of this era where you need to, like, a pay to play kind of, they have game bundles and stuff. Like with the game doesn't really come, like you pay $40 or something for the game, but then you need to spend an additional however much money to like unlock the rest of the content and stuff.
Most of it, and I remember most of it now is most of it's not hit behind the paywall ever since all that lawsuit and everything happened with, what was it, Call of Duty?
That's why I'm like, I think we're at the end of that where it's like,
but what I'm saying though is there's still unethical. Everything now has your, whatever you want to call it, battle pass, your season pass, your, monthly pass, whatever it's called for that game. Insert it here. They have their free, here's every single thing you can do and get all this free shit. Right? From costumes to weapons, if you're playing at that big, whatever it may be, coins, whatever. But you can pay, usually, let's just say $20 right now. That's about the average, $20 to get the executive tier, whatever you want to call it. And you get all this extra shit for that price. That's what they're doing. I mean, that's the paywall now. It's still the paywall, and everybody's fine with it because they do offer a free version. And most of everything now is just cosmetics. So there's no advantage. You know, that was the big thing when Call of Duty
That's
did
Fortnite,
it.
yeah.
It was like weapons you couldn't get no other way but to buy it. Like that's how it was. You had to buy it to get it. That's what the shit they got for. You know, that's why they got shit for it.
Yeah.
This shit is like that. It's all costume, cosmetics, whatever it may be. It's not nothing beneficial. It's more just cosmetic, I think, for most of all.
There's like a lot of games with like in-game currency that's like, hey, if you do this raid, do this battle, fight this whatever, you get the in-game currency, and then you can do it to buy cosmetics, and they use that as a way to drive engagement and playing time. And but like, some people are like, I hate the grind, where it's like I'm just doing this over and over again just to get this little piece of gear that's just cosmetic. But I don't know, I mean, it's different companies are trying to find a way to maintain engagement for games. And I tell you, hey, if you pay $100 for a game, you should be sure to play that like a lot to get your money's worth. So maybe that's another sort of way too, is hey, just charge a big price, and then they're going to say, well, hey, I paid a lot for this game. I got to,
my money's worth.
Consume it as much as I can. So yeah, that's I'm looking forward to the Switch 2. I don't know how many titles are out for it yet. That's why I'm always a little.
Dude, I just want Donkey Kong. Besides the Mario Kart, because Mario Kart's the best.
The Mario Kart World looks amazing.
This new one is just, it looks so sick. We haven't even opened it. I've got it this morning. I worked all day and had.
I didn't know if you were going to do an unboxing.
No, that would be a bad idea I don't know if anybody would be interested in that. It really doesn't look much different.
It's a bigger Switch. Yeah.
It really doesn't look a lot different, at least from what I can tell.
Does all the old Switch components like work for it, or is it all
I don't know. That's why I went ahead and bought 2 Pro controllers, because I didn't want to take a chance. I knew those, a lot of times those peripherals sell out. People buy those up and end up not being able to get them. So I went ahead and bought 2. Here, we use them. Well, whatever. We have our own now.
Yeah. So some games coming out for it. I think we had talked about Outer Planets 2, or Worlds. I mean, it was like Kirby, Hyrule Warriors, the Duskbloods. I remember we had talked about this, like things like we're looking forward to. And it's just sort of like Metroid Prime 4, like just like kind of classic Nintendo titles.
Oh, Metroid, dude, that's so great, that game. You remember playing it?
Mario Kart World.
Did you ever play?
I've only played Samus in Super Smash. Never played Metroid Prime though.
I mean, like the original Metroid. Oh man, nostalgic
Metroid
for
Prime
sure.
Beyond. I mean, the graphics look bananas.
Dude, this whole system is just...
Madden 26. And then there's like some like Bravely Default, Flying Fairy, Remastered, Split Fiction, Hogwarts Legacy. So I guess like they're gonna get some stuff out here.
What I said, once we get done with that, I'm gonna try to get the wife to play that.
I recommended it to mine too. I was like, I think you'd really enjoy this. But she'll get like game reviews randomly, just probably because we're talking about it like on her algorithm, and she wants me to play like Forbidden West. She's like, I really like you to watch that, and I was like, that is a PlayStation game. She's like, we'll be able to have it for the Switch too, and I was like, almost assuredly.
Probably not. It's probably a PS exclusive. I've never heard of it.
Yeah. Well, that and like PC. Like PC kind of gets them all. Like that's like the great equalizer.
Always. I mean, PC wasn't going to get...
About 100. Yeah.
What was... was it GTA? Wasn't going to get PC at first? Only the consoles. So, got to keep them hackers out.
Oh, is that the thing?
I don't know. I mean, GTA is filled with hackers now. Always is. People hacking in that game.
Dude, GTA may come out on the Switch too. It's not confirmed yet.
Only time will tell. I bet they'll end up having Call of Duty on it at some point. I haven't played that since I said it last time. Like, I lost it.
Yeah, you said you used to be on that a lot now.
Yeah, not anymore. Nah, I removed it from my Steam favorites just so I didn't have to see it up there anymore because I don't touch it.
Detox then.
Been a while.
But did you want to bust the wheel of levels out?
Shit.
Wrap up with a few of those.
Let's see. All right. You see it?
There we go.
All right. So I removed the topics we did before. I don't even remember what ones they were now. But we have some on here. Some of these could be ones we might want to skip because we might want to try to do. I mean, just like we could go down a rabbit hole of conspiracy theories. You know what I'm saying? Like it could go.
I'm always down for it, though.
I'm down. Yeah, I'm saying. But anyway, yeah, let's do it. Let's just see what we get.
All right.
I think don't we get that's in this thing play some fucking music or something? I can't remember.
I think when it spins, it's like or something like that. We'll see. There we go.
Guest list.
What's that? I saw that on there.
guest list.
which we had not had a guest
So
far too long.
hold on a minute. Let me, that is true. I've been trying to get one, but he keeps backing out. Let me go back. I need to go to the Wheel of Levels notes that I had from before and see what guest list was, because I don't fucking remember. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is a good one. I like this. So with guest list, we each got to give our ultimate podcast guest list. Who would you love to have on the show? And I think if anybody's listening to this is easy for me. Everybody knows that it'd be Wiz Khalifa. Like that'd be I know at that point I'd be like, yes, I've made. That's I've said it before, so there's no doubt. Wiz Khalifa. But while you give I'm going to think of some other, like if I could have a panel, then I'm going to think of a panel to go with.
But T.I. is going to town. I'm trying to get him. Yeah, the Frederick Fair. Yeah. Yep. Frederick Fair made it.
That could be good. We need to figure out how we might be able to get in touch. Maybe shoot a podcast, tell him what it is. That could be good.
It'd be fun.
Hi.
Yeah. I mean, that was like a college set list. So it's just a lot of him.
All right.
Man.
So who would you have first? Who's your ultimate? Who would you want to have on the show if you could have anybody in the world? And it could be alive or dead.
Was that shit, man?
I'll even make it harder, alive or dead.
All right. Well, here's
or do one for both. One for alive, one for dead. Let's do that.
For dead, dude.
Because that would give me somebody to think of different.
I would love to bring on Kurt Cobain. Like,
really?
Yeah. I just think that, like, so he's not like a big, not on a lot of uppers, but I think that he's like a really thoughtful dude and just opened the door for basically the entire alt rock genre. And I just, just musically, I like his, I like his views on things. I like his taste, the music he makes, and just kind of like a hero of mine, really. And, tragically with his death. But, I just think that he's, I've just looked at like old interviews that he did. And I was like, damn, this guy's got some deep shit to talk about. And, Level Up, which I'm sure he would partake in. I think that for dead, I'm gonna go Kurt Cobain.
Okay. I mean, we know my alive one's Wiz, but my dead,
got Wiz.
My dead would be Bob Marley. I think Bob Marley would be cool as to have one, just talk and just hear some music and just everything about it. I just think that'd be one chill fucking episode. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many people that I can name, but yeah, I'd say Bob Marley. That'd be a good one.
It's classic. Yeah. Now that I mean, a lot of people know some of his more mainstream songs, but his is just, some of them just go on forever and they're just kind of beautiful and you're just chilling and you're just vibing with, sort of that Rastafari music. But he's one of the greats too. Again, taken too early.
Yep. So who would be your somebody alive right now if you could have him on? Who would that be?
So I'm not sure if this guy partakes in leveling up. But goddamn, he's so fucking funny. And I'm going to go Conan O'Brien.
Really?
So here's the thing.
Okay.
So Conan has a podcast and, he's been off TV for however many years now. Although he has, I think I brought it up on the show before, Conan O'Brien Must Go. It's so funny. This man is just the weirdest dude. Like you could say it's sort of like a Robin Williams type or Bill Burr, some of the other like great comedic minds. But I think I'm going to put Conan O'Brien up there just because he is such a weird dude, but when you get him like serious too, he's also got like a really thoughtful perspective on different stuff. Like he's gone through like mental health challenges and stuff, and like he can talk about that as well. And I just think it's multifaceted. I have no idea where that conversation would go, but I know it would go somewhere.
Didn't he used to be married to or date that Phoebe from Friends?
Not that I'm aware. I think he's
Lisa Kudrow. Is that her name? Yeah,
that is the actress.
I'm pretty sure they had a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like a thing. I don't know. I thought maybe they were married. I don't know. I thought they were married or something.
Well, according to Google AI, Lisa Kudrow and Conan O'Brien have a long history, including a brief romantic relationship and a lasting friendship. It is in the early 1990s. Wow, way to pull that out. I had no idea. That's funny.
My wife she's loves Friends.
It's also funny. Friends, I mean, it's one of the all-time classics for sure.
I like it. That'd be a good guess. That'd be cool. That'd be fun. That'd be good.
Yeah. My at work, I have a sort of like an email sign off or something. And at the bottom, it just says, "Work hard, be kind, and amazing things will happen." Conan O'Brien. And I was like, I saw that one day. I was like, shit, that's a very simple, but nice little adage to have. And I just send it off with my emails.
So if I could have a panel, God, I know I'm going to catch shit for this, but whatever. It is what it is. I'm going to have a reason. Then maybe people will understand. First, I'd have a panel. It'd be Snoop, right? Snoop be on his panel. Then I'm going to have Seth Rogen. Then I'm going to have Joe Rogan.
Not the brothers.
The Rogans. I'm going to have Elon Musk.
I think some of these people want to fight each other.
Nope. You got to think they're all, and then last but not least would probably be Wiz on that panel, just because Wiz is my boy. I got to get Wiz, but he'd be on that panel and just be, Elon smokes. We know that for a fact. Joe Rogan smokes. His uncle. Everybody loves Snoop, but Seth Rogen would have stories and just he's so fucking hilarious with the shit he writes and just whatever. Joe Rogan for just his insight. I mean, I don't care what I'm not talking politics here one bit. It's not about that. Take that out of, that's why I said I don't want controversy over the shit over who I'm picking, because take all that out. Just everybody think of what Joe Rogan's done and who he's talked to, just his knowledge. Just Joe Rogan's listened and talked to everybody.
Yeah.
And Elon is just, I mean, love him or hate him, dude's a fucking genius. So, I mean,
that's certainly, those are all partakers. And I'm not just sure how they would feel sitting next to each other. Some of them would be really cool.
Get everybody high as hell. Everybody chill out. It'd just be fun either way. Hey, if they start drawing some stars, then hey, that's just more entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Get everybody leveled up is what it is. I start thinking, have you ever meditated?
I've tried to. And I know like it's like a hard thing to get into, and you feel distracted and you try to concentrate and kind of go back, and there's a beauty in that. But I don't have the mindset for it right now. Why?
It's not going to ask. So I was going to say, do you think if it's smoking, or being high, when you're high, if it can actually make you more zen, or is that just like you just get confused because you can't get that because you think it's just because you're high. You can't, whatever. So I've been doing it 5 minutes a day, whatever, dude. It's first, I thought it took a while. Like, it did take, first week it was just weird. I don't know how else to describe it. It was just weird. Like you're supposed to, whatever. But when you really think about it,
has there been benefits that you would say you get from it?
I don't know, man. I just feel better every time. You know what I mean? Like whatever I'm picking to do, like if it's whatever. I mean, I don't know. I do all guided. Female, because I don't like male voices. It's just weird. It is what it is. It's just weird. It's just weird to me when a guy's telling me to relax and breathe. Like, it's just, I don't know. I just feel more comfortable with the woman's voice. That is YouTube, Spotify, they all have them. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But if whatever it is, man, just that 5 minutes, I just started, what I started thinking about was, we sit and think about it. You've done shrooms, right? Okay. So, you know how if you do a large, you kind of feel like you become one with the universe.
Yeah.
So I started thinking of it like that. Maybe I should listen to this as if I'm on mushrooms. You know what I'm saying? To try to get into what they're saying. Just put my mindset like I'm on shrooms right now, because when you start to go down that rabbit hole of shrooms, is this real or what's going on? You know what I'm saying? It's weird. So I just started thinking in that mindset of, let me just feel like I'm on that, because I just, you want your body to feel relaxed, to feel one with whatever, depending on if you're in an environment like that. I know some people like to do them at party, whatever, but I like to do it relaxed environment. Anytime I do.
Yeah. Well, the world is so noisy and there's always distractions. And
I just like the darkness. I just like, put on a mask. But to get back to, that's how I started settling down into it. And just for that 5 minutes, it goes by so quick. Like at first I was like, okay, is this done yet? Where am I at now? It's just like, it's done and over with. So I think I might start moving up to 10 minutes. I'm going to do a month of the 5 minutes on this program, everything I'm doing then.
Yeah. Well, certainly. Yeah. Keep us.
But what I'm getting at is when I smoke, it relaxes me down more if I do it when I'm high. That's just me, because I like to do it with a hybrid or indica,
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I've heard good things about it. And I think I've tried to do it in the past, and sometimes I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I feel kind of silly sometimes, but I'm just like sit here alone. It
does feel a little, yeah. I mean, it does, but then, like I said, I just had to think of it like the shroom experience. Just, when they say just let it happen, like just let it, that's what I had to think of. Just let it be, just for that 5 minutes. Just try to just imagine whatever they're saying, whatever's going on.
Yeah, I've been in I used to work at a summer camp, and it's just in the woods and stuff, and it was a very spiritual type of camp. And at one point, with staff training before the kids come, it was hey, let's just be alone and quiet in nature, and just like listen to the sounds and, try to be one, with the earth or, sort of whatever. And like, we did it for like 30 minutes though. And it's a long 30 minutes just sitting there with your thoughts, listening to the birds and the wind and the trees rustling. And I don't know if I got a lot out of that. I would love to say like, oh, I definitely felt like connected with nature and things like that. And I just didn't. And I was like,
I haven't got to the point that I can do it unguided where,
Yeah, I guess that was unguided. Yeah.
You just have to do everything you're saying. Just try to imagine. I can't do that like that. I have to do the guided. That's the only way I can get through it right now. I'm sure I can get to that point eventually. But that'll be it.
With practice, for sure.
All right, you want to do one more spin?
Let's do one more.
All right, let me pull it back up here for anybody watching. And away. Movie marathon.
Hey.
Pull up my handy dandy notebook here. Guess I was high and closed it out instead of just leaving it open. All right, man, it's me and you. We're just chilling one night, right? What are we getting high on? What are we watching? What's the movie marathon? What's the deal?
You could take it a couple of ways with this. You could.
Shit.
I had a friend of mine, him and his wife watched the uncut editor or director's cut, director's edition, whatever, of the entire Lord of the Rings series. That's like a full weekend.
Wow.
If you're trying to just get immersed in the
I'm
world.
talking about just one night. We have one night. We're just hanging out for the night. The women, the wives, they're out doing a girls' night. We're just chilling here by the pool. You know what I'm saying? We decide we'll come in. What are we smoking on? What we got? I want to say some Northern Lights. That fucking get that couch to get settled in for that movie marathon. But the problem with that, I think, though, is might be a little too heavy on the indigo to get through the marathon. Oh,
you might be gone
that's
halfway
a double-edged
through.
Sword right there. You know what I mean?
So maybe some hybrid.
Yeah.
What we were both smoking at the same time. Like we had the same leveled up, the mints or something like that. I forget what it was called. That was what?
Is it Gushmitz? Gush?
Maybe.
I know that's one I had not a while back.
Yeah, some pre-rolls. There's a nice hybrid strain. I'm gonna say it's the Gushmans. So you're not just too out of it. You could take it in and
so
get lost.
You know what we need then? We just need Pineapple Express. Perfect hybrid strain. Perfect for movie watching. Maybe that movie goes in.
Are we watching Pineapple Express?
That's what I'm saying. Now maybe since we're smoking it, now we have it in the marathon. So maybe that's what we start with. We start smoking that Pineapple Express. We watch Pineapple Express. Well, what's on next? Pineapple Express goes off. What's on next?
The Ted series. I think Ted 1, Ted 2.
Okay.
I haven't seen Ted 2, but Mark Wahlberg and Seth MacFarlane.
I see where you're going with this.
All right.
Okay, you with that.
That's got to be, that movie is just, it's silly. And,
so now
and they get high and you're getting high with them. It's sort of like you got some.
I guess that would have to be it, though, because that would end out the, we'll be able to go all night. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, I guess we could go all night. We're high. We're getting high. So I guess we're going to end it out with the dark and twisted shit. You go watch the Terrifier series. Yeah. Wind it down.
Horror movie high.
Yeah. We had all the funny, all the comedy, and then we go straight to, let's just watch all the blood, gore, and bloodbaths we can.
The shock to the senses there.
Great. Plus, it's great. Anyway, and the next one is going to be the last one. It's going to be the origin story.
Terrifier, yeah. No, my sister really.
It wasn't on the list for the Wheel of Levels, but we got that in just, what munchies. What the fuck we munching on now? We got the high, we got the movie marathon. You know what I'm saying?
I have found a great place for munchies. I had to take a little drive for it. It's always rumored to come to Frederick, but it's never here. Trader Joe's.
Okay.
Let me tell you about Trader Joe's, man. So I went there over the weekend. They have, for like super reasonable price, like $5 for like, they have these, they're not Swedish fish. They're Scandinavian swimmers or something like that. So Swedish fish, like they're fine, whatever. They get kind of stuck in your like teeth sometimes. These like don't do that. They're just, they're perfect level of sweet, just a little candy, there. They have, these like almond butter Reese's cups. They're not Reese's. Like Reese's taste like dog shit compared to these. So you get like some little chocolate and peanut butter.
So you're trying to are you saying Trader Joe's is all the hype that everybody says it is?
Yes, absolutely.
Never been.
I used to go there in college all the time.
Never been to one. I don't know anything about it.
It was. I had to go down like Rockville or something for it, but
I did see that we're getting a Buc-ee's nearby.
Well, like 2.5 hours nearby.
Oh. So it's not nearby. I just saw some on the news. The Buc-ee's nearby or
like Central Virginia, which is like way further north than they've ever come. I have a beaver crossing magnet on my fridge from Buc-ee's.
Have you been to one?
Yeah, I go down to Hilton Head every year, and we stop in Florence, South Carolina on the way, which is the most
never been.
northern Buc-ee's.
I've had the beaver nuggets because our friend Melissa.
God,
our friend Melissa drives down.
Food.
They drive down to fucking Orlando all the time, and so she stops every fucking time, and she brings me nuggets. I mean, she brings me snacks from there all the time, different things. But those beaver nuggets.
Beaver nuggets don't fuck around.
All the different flavors.
God,
all the different flavors, dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait. Hold up. Time out. They got different flavored bucket nuts. The caramel. What are the flavors they got?
Oh, I don't remember. It's been so long.
Yeah. You gotta look it up. But
we gonna look it up now.
I went there the last time. It was last November.
Oh yeah,
that's what
they have.
Bags and bags of it.
They have the classic caramel or caramel, depending on how you pronounce it. They have a chocolate delight. Had that one. They have strawberry fields, which is a strawberry one. Then they have the cinnamon roll. It's like cinnamon roll bliss. Then they have salted.
That's probably good.
Salted caramel extravaganza, and then peanut butter heaven.
That all sounds amazing. The beaver nuggets are just I don't know what they're made of.
We're adding beaver nuggets to the munchies list that night.
Absolutely.
Okay, so back to your trade. You had the Swedish. Okay, you got the fish stuff.
Scandinavian swimmers. Got some lobster shit. Like it's just another part of their whole kind of knockoff, but like way better.
The peanut butter cups. We got the peanut butter cups. You heavy on the sweets?
Yeah, I'm not so much of a sweet tooth, but like. When you just said munchies, and I was like, things I've been munching on recently.
So I'd say I'd have to go back to like one of the old lists, man. I'd have to we'd have a nacho platter with everything, but the nachos are going to be like Doritos mixed with the nachos, so we have a little bit of everything.
Oh,
and then
get some pulled pork on that.
And we going down. We going down and get. I'm gonna have one of the big ass pizzas, big old pizza
Classic.
From like Toppings or Starvin' Marvin's or somewhere. One of those. They're all good. Doesn't matter where from.
Pretty good. Yeah.
And then you got the sweets covered.
Yeah. So we got sweets, we got salty, we got savory.
That movie marathon is A-OK-O. That's if we can make it through it all.
I mean,
that's if you don't run out when you watch Terrifier because you think he's right behind you.
Right. It's a good time. You know?
All right. Any last words?
No.
Before we wrap this shit up?
We're just wrapping it.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for this round of high-fueled nonsense. Big shout out to everyone, all you levelers who sent in your stories. Keep them coming, whether you're smoking mids, smoking your friends in Mario Kart on the new Nintendo Switch 2.
Mario World.
We appreciate you on this wild ride with us. Hit us up, highlevelchronicles.com or at HLC Podcast 420. Tell us how you leveled up this week. Thanks for chilling with us, sharing your wild stories, keeping this community lit, literally. We'll catch you next time for more high vibes and hot takes. As always, stay leveled up. We are out.
Thanks for listening to High Level Chronicles. See you